Welcome back to our 2-Minute Tuesdays with Trish and Pastor Dave.
2 minute two.
All right, today's question.
Okay, make it easy.
It's not.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for admitting that.
Ooh, yeah,
she's
okay.
scratching her forehead. Oh no, that's a bad sign. This whole thing, this means you're already apologizing without apologizing.
Yeah, all right, you ready? This is from, of course, good old Aaron.
Okay, here
With
we
a
go.
different
Hold
spelling
on.
just to make
Stretch.
it fun. Yeah, just a little.
Okay, here we go.
Bicycle.
I can do this.
Okay, all right, ready? I want to believe God is real, but then really bad things happen in the world to innocent people, and it makes it hard to believe. How can that be explained?
Yeah, we've had this one a little bit before. Each time it's a little bit different answer, but the same kind of idea.
Yeah, different flavor.
Oh, and first of all, a lot of empathy. Look, I'm not going to sit here and explain away the tragedy of the world as if it doesn't matter, or we should live in that sorrow and in that tragedy because it's real for people around us. And even if we're not experiencing it in a day, we need to remember to have compassion and awareness for the people who are struggling. So I'm glad actually you have that thought, and I don't want to say anything that makes that go away. All right. We also have to admit that the world is imperfect. Like we said last week, nothing we do ever will be perfect. The world is broken, so are we. Which means there's going to be tragedy, which means there are going to be bad things. That's just reflective of our reality.
Yeah.
I hate to be fatalistic about it, but if that's the end of the story, what are we all doing here? If I'm broken and you're broken and we can never truly understand each other or have a fully wonderful relationship, why even have a relationship at all?
Right.
Why even be around at all? And I don't want to go too far down that road,
Right.
but without the loving, merciful God that we have, I can't make a lot of sense of the world. With God, here's what I can say. Yeah, the world is broken. Yeah, tragedy happens. But there is also love, hope, joy, and someone who cares about me in every moment. And the powerful thing about that is it doesn't make the tragedy go away. Because let's say something bad happens to you. Well, if God is all about nothing bad happening, then God has abandoned you, right? Now we can say, even when bad things happen, even when tragedy occurs, we are still loved and God is still with you. In fact, Scripture would indicate maybe even more. Also, God tells us that this will not last forever, just like a parent comforting their child in something that can't be undone, right? Stroke your hair, put their arm around you and say, look, this is gonna suck, but at the same time, I love you and it won't be forever. What you're meant for is love and goodness and joy, and that's what I'm here for. And that's what God says to us in the midst of tragedy. And that's why God is important. It's not an accident that the moment of our salvation happened on a cross, which was a moment of death, unfair execution, absolutely the breaking of everything. But God went into the most broken situation in the world in order to show that God's love starts there and then flows outward to all of us in all our broken times.
I think you went over 2 minutes on that one.
Yeah, but that one kind of requires
it works.
right? Exactly. Well, and I would say don't believe anyone who tells you different, that God is only present when you are in prosperity, or God is all about blessing you with a perfect life, and if you do X, Y, and Z, it doesn't happen. And anyone who has ever experienced depression or abuse or loneliness or a natural disaster or whatever it is understands this, and God does not leave those people out.
All right, well, if you have more questions, we have an email,
pastor@sov-id.org.
a website at SOV Boise, and more YouTube videos like this at SOV Boise. All right, we'll see you next week for our next video.
Yep.
Bye.